Hello everyone, I am Dr. Reena Kumari, Assistant Professor in School of Computer Engineering, KIIT Dimtub University, Bhubaneswar, Odisha. Today I am here to present one of my work, that is attention-based multimodal factorized bilinear pooling for multimodal fake news detection. This work has been published in Expert System with Applications, which is a journal of Elsevier. It has been published in 2021. Before starting my presentation, I would like to thank my PhD supervisor Dr. Asif Iqbal. Under supervision of him, I have continued this work and finished it. So inside this work, I'll first of all discuss about what is fake news. I'll first of all introduce about the normal fake news, then different modalities in fake news, what is multimodal fake news actually, and what are the motivations and objectives of this particular work, what is the problem definitions, then different challenges that I have faced during this work, some literature survey, methodology and results, and at the end I'll conclude with some future roadmap. So at the end I have also given some references. So false information that is intentionally created and shared to harm some individual or society. Generally people used to spread such type of information by targeting some community, by targeting some individuals. There may be several reasons of creating and spreading of purpose of this false information. So the overall idea of is that any attributes of the news, like its title, its text, images, videos, any kind of tampering in this type of attribute it makes the news as fake. So misinformation generally refers to false reports shared in the form of articles, images or videos. And misinformation and fake news are very much similar. There is a very slight difference. In this particular work, we have just considered both the things as fake news. So there are various creation purposes, like to suppose or oppose some political parties, to harm a business competitor, to earn money by running advertisements. So these are the purposes due to which people use to create some fake news or misinformation, and generally they used to spread on different social media platforms. So here there are some spreading reasons also, like low literacy level. Even suppose I am forwarding some message and then I am not aware of that type of content and that type of messages. I am not aware of that particular event regarding which or about which that particular news is. So I will just forward to the next person. So low literacy level is a big reason. Another one is lower attention span. If somebody is aware of that particular event and news also, but still there is some tampering in the news and the news is coming from some known person, so without investigating much, the individual will use to send that particular information to some other person. So that is lower attention span. Emotional appeal. Sometimes we used to see that there are various emotional appeals on social media that pass it to your loved ones, and also this type of emotional appeals is also a big reason to spread the misinformation. And less knowledge of fact checking method is also a reason. Misinformation or fake news can be of different forms. It may be of misinformation, means somebody is spreading this information unintentionally, and the second one is disinformation, that is intentional false information, and the rumor, which is unverified claim. It may be fake, it may not be fake. Next one is the propaganda, that is promoting some political agenda. So news can be in different modalities, as I have discussed, that it can be only in the form of text. It contains the text as well as images, some videos, some audio recordings, and also there are different modalities. These different contents are known as the modalities in the news here. So the need of misinformation detection here is that it manipulates election outcomes, which may create a big issue. It creates some kind of violence and riots among the population or among the different communities. It creates a major health problem, as we all aware that during COVID-19, the misinformation like garlic can cure COVID-19, drinking alcohol can cure COVID-19. So such type of misinformation has created a lot of health hazards. So due to these reasons, the misinformation detection is nowadays on high demand. So in this particular work generally focuses on the multi-modal fake news detection. So what is the multi-modal fake news detection and what is the need of multi-modal fake news detection here? This example better explains that. In the first example, the text is a new species of fish found at Arkansas, whereas the image shows that the mouth of this fish is similar to a pig. So by reading the text, somebody may not understand that whether it is fake or real. Somebody may understand that it may be a real news, but when someone will see this image, then somebody can understand that this cannot be a actual image, this may be a doctored image, because it is very rare that the mouth of this fish will be same as a pig. So by seeing both the text as well as the image, somebody can think little bit that this information may be a false information. Similar to the second example, in the second example, the image has been taken from a video. Actually, it is a video image frame taken from a video. So here the text is an Afghan citizen trying to flee his country after Taliban occupation. So by reading the text, somebody will understand that this is a true news. But if people is lying down on the aircraft, this is not possible. So this is some kind of that visual tampering. So here it comes into picture the modality where nobody will able to detect such type of information as fake or real without involvement of this visual information. So here multimodal misinformation detection comes into picture. Now the main motivation of this work was visual information may have some tampering, and so the multimedia fake news cannot be detected only with the help of text. The second motivation was the lack of good textual and visual feature extraction mechanisms. Actually there are various textual and visual feature mechanisms are available, but still they are not good enough and efficient enough to extract the highly semantic characteristics of the text and image. And the third one is the lack of multimodal feature fusion mechanism. So in most of the prior works, generally people have just concatenated these two features, that is the textual features and visual features, which is not a better feature fusion mechanism. So motivated by these ideas, we have come to some objective, that is we have to find out the credibility of the visual information, find out the semantic correlation between textual and visual information to extract better multimodal features, and overall objective is to multimedia misinformation and fake news detection here. So in this work, the designed model tries to takes the input as the textual as well as the visual content, and it tries to detect whether that multimedia news is fake or real. Means here the system will take the text and image as input and it will give the fake or real as the output. So this problem is called multimodal fake news detection. Here multimodal it is because the system is taking both the modality, that is the text modality and image modality as input. During this work there are various challenges have come. So the big challenge, one of the big challenges was the lack of large multimodal misinformation datasets. During this study, the large multimodal misinformation datasets were not available, so the training the models were difficult, and if the datasets were all available by using of which we have done we have performed experiments, so many of the videos, many of the images were missing. Because in the data set only link of the images were given, so on that particular link images were not present. So that was the another challenge, and high quality tampering in visual information were also the challenge of this work. There are some multimodal work like for the fake news detection. Here the first work was done by Zin et al. It was presented in 2017. That was the multimodal fusion with recurrent neural network for rumor detection on microblogs. So here they are trying to somehow extract the textual and visual information using CNN network and RNN network, and they just concatenate these two features and then classify that whether it is fake or real. After this work, to overcome these limitations, in 2018 and 2019, event-driven serial neural network and multi-modal variational autoencoder based models have been published. So these two models have introduced a third model, where what it does, apart from the fake news detector, there was a third model which were enhancing the features, multimodal features, but still they are not efficient enough in concatenation again. So after that, another work has been published in 2019, that is spot fake. So here the author have extracted textual information using word and visual information using pre-trained VCC19 model, and they have just concatenated again these two features. So the model was not performing well again, even especially in the case where the images does not have any object. So later again there was one study published in 2021, that is the supervised contrastive learning for multimodal unreliable news detection and COVID-19 pandemic. So this was more specifically in the COVID-19 domain, and they have tried to find out the semantic relationship between text and image in the intermediate level itself. So to overcome these limitations, like overcome the limitations of the feature fusion and better feature extraction mechanism, in this work we have proposed attention based stacked while STM. So attention based stacked while STM, what it does just it extract the textual feature. Here we are using globe embedding, and we are again using the sequence of BiLSTM layer which extract the better semantic of the text, and then again we are applying attention mechanism to get the important information from the text itself, and then we are just projecting this feature by using dense layer. This model more specifically works in better way for the visual feature extraction. So in visual feature extraction, what we are doing, we are taking the convolution blocks features, and each convolution block is a combination of two convolution layer of 2 dimension and one max pool layer. So here what we are doing, we are extracting the image information from every layer, every level we can say, means so by implementing this mechanism, the high level features as well as the low level features are obtained, means no features is going to lost now. So here we are combining the features from all levels and projecting it to the dense layer, projecting it using dense layer, and then we are applying bias GRE to get the semantical and sequential representations of the features, and then we are again applying attention mechanism to get the important features here. So and this is the final image representation. So now for the concatenation, we have designed and developed the MFB module here instead of just concatenating these two features. So for that we are first performing element wise multiplication, so that here each part of the image features is interacting with the each part of the text feature, which are so this better interaction gives better semantic multimodal representation. So after element wise multiplication, we are applying some kind of scaling like Yebrich pooling and some kind of normalization here, power normalization and L2 normalization, and then this normalized feature is used as the input for a multi-layer perceptron module, and this multi-layer perceptron module contains two fully connected layer, and in output it contains the sigmoid function. So, and at the end it detects, based on that multimodal feature, it detects whether the news is fake or real. So for the experiments, we have used two different data sets. That is, one is the image verification corpus. It is a Twitter data set. It is a collection of tweets from the different disaster related events. It contains 9,405 fake instances and 6,226 real instances. The another one is the Bevo dataset, which is a collection of Chinese microblog. It contains 4,748 fake and 4,779 real instances. So these are some hyperparameters which we have used to train this proposed model. So for the Twitter datasets, since Twitter datasets includes small tweets, so length is small, and Bevo dataset is a Chinese dataset, so we have splitted the text into characters. So the length we are considering here is the 33 for the Twitter and 95 for the Bevo. The image size is 224, 224, 3 because these are the colored images. Now we are using the batch size 32 and Adam optimizer, and then we are training the model for 100 epochs, and we are also using some regularization and dropout. Then filter size in convolution layer we are using 3x3 and the stride is 1:1. So after training this model, whatever the result we have got, we have observed that our proposed model is better as compared to the previous models. So here we are getting 88.3 accuracy, means around 10% improvement as compared to the state of the art models. For the we have also analyzed the result class wise. So for the real as well as for fake, for both the classes we are getting good result as compared to the existing models. For the Bevo dataset also, if we will observe, then our accuracy is not that much better, but if we will see the result as for the fake class as well as the real class, so our result is more balanced as compared to the state of the art result. Here in a state of the art result, the precision recall and F1 score for the fake class is in 90, but if you will see the precision recall and F score for the real class, it is very means the variation is large, that is it 84 and 65, 73. So there is a large difference, which shows that our model is more efficient and it is training in balanced way as compared to the state of the art models. So I have also mentioned here, I have also given the learning curves here for the Twitter datasets as well as the learning curve for the Bevo dataset. So the learning curve also shows that our model is training in better way. This is the projection of the multimodal features here. So if we will see that in Twitter, it is the model is classifying the news as in two different classes in better way, but there is some confusion for the Bevo dataset, because in Bevo datasets the images are complex. So this is a limitation of our work. So in this particular work, during this study, we have designed a multimodal frameworks for fake news detection. We have introduced a multimodal feature fusion mechanism to extract the better semantic multimodal features. We have performed extensive experiments on two different publicly available fake news datasets, and the proposed model outperformed existing methods. There are also some limitations of this study, that is the sometimes model does not extract image invariant features for a complex image. As I have told that suppose there is no any object, there is some piece of text which is not visible. So in that case the model is not able to extract the better image invariant feature. The second limitation is model does not recover the attention on latter part of the sentence if the sentence is very large. And the third is proposed models are only for the English dataset. So by keeping these limitations in mind, this work or this study can be extended in near future, like multimodal resource creation for English regional languages and for Indian regional languages, and it can also be developed a multimodal corpus for low resource and code mixed languages. The multimodal and multilingual fake news models can also be implemented. Explainability can also be introduced in the fake news. So these are some references by reading of which we have got this idea. So thank you very much.